Bold and the beautiful chaos, Katie's product launch explodes, all-out war erupts. What was supposed to be the biggest celebration at Forrester Creations suddenly turned into complete chaos. A glamorous product launch, a room full of powerful people, and one shocking confrontation that no one saw coming. But when secrets start spilling and old rivalries explode, the entire room turns into a battlefield. And at the center of the storm? Katie Logan. Yes, the same woman who thought this night would finally prove she belonged back in the spotlight. Instead, it may destroy everything. Because by the end of the night, accusations are flying, alliances are shattering, and one explosive argument threatens to tear apart the entire Forrester empire. So what exactly happened at Katie's product launch? Why did tempers explode in front of everyone? And how did one moment of chaos ignite a war that could change everything on the bold and the beautiful? Let's break it all down. The build-up, Katie's big moment. For weeks, Katie Logan had been preparing for this moment. After years of drama, heartbreak, and constantly being pulled into the chaos of her family, Katie wanted something different. She wanted success. She wanted respect. And most importantly, she wanted control. That's why this new product launch meant so much. Inside Forrester Creations, excitement was building. Designers, executives, and media representatives were gathering for what was supposed to be a groundbreaking announcement. Katie had poured her heart into the project. Every detail mattered. The lighting, the presentation, the guest list. Everything needed to be perfect. Because tonight wasn't just about launching a product. It was about proving she deserved her place among the power players. But in Los Angeles, especially in the world of Forrester Creations, nothing ever stays perfect for long. A room full of tension. As the guests began arriving, familiar faces filled the room. Rich Forrester stood near the stage, quietly observing the preparations. Nearby, Brooke Logan chatted with guests, offering support for Katie's big night. But even before the event officially began, tension was already in the air. Because someone unexpected had arrived. Bill Spencer. Bill's presence alone was enough to make people uncomfortable. He and Katie share a complicated history filled with love, betrayal, and lingering emotions. Seeing him there tonight raised a big question. Was he there to support Katie? Or to stir up trouble? The presentation begins. The lights dimmed. Music played softly across the room. And Katie stepped onto the stage. She looked confident, elegant, and determined. For a moment, everything seemed perfect. Katie began her speech by thanking the Forrester team. She talked about innovation, creativity, and the future of the brand. The crowd listened closely. Cameras flashed. Applause filled the room. It was working. Katie's moment had finally arrived. But then, something unexpected happened. The first spark of chaos. Just as Katie prepared to reveal the new product, a voice suddenly cut through the applause. And the room went silent. The interruption shocked everyone. Because the person speaking wasn't supposed to interrupt the event at all. And what they said changed everything. Suddenly, whispers spread across the crowd. Executives exchanged worried looks. Guests pulled out their phones. And Katie's confident smile slowly faded. Because the accusation that had just been thrown into the room wasn't small. It was explosive. Someone was claiming the product wasn't entirely Katie's idea. Accusations begin. Within seconds, the glamorous launch turned into a heated confrontation. Voices grew louder. Arguments started breaking out. Katie tried to regain control of the situation, but emotions were already boiling over. Bill stepped forward, clearly interested in what was happening. Rich crossed his arms, watching the scene unfold. Brooke attempted to calm people down, but it was too late. Because once secrets start coming out in front of a crowd like this, there's no stopping the damage. Old rivalries resurface. Suddenly, old grudges started resurfacing. People who had been holding on to resentment for years now had an audience. And they weren't holding back. Accusations about stolen ideas. Arguments about loyalty. Questions about who truly deserved credit. The glamorous Forrester event had transformed into a full-blown battlefield. And Katie found herself standing in the center of it all. Katie fights back. For a moment, it seemed like Katie might crumble under the pressure. But then she did something no one expected. She fought back. Katie firmly defended her work and refused to let anyone steal her moment. She reminded everyone how hard she had worked. How many late nights she had spent preparing. How much she had sacrificed to make this launch happen. Her voice shook with emotion, but her determination was stronger than ever. And the crowd listened. For a brief moment, it looked like Katie might regain control of the night. But then the situation exploded even further. The moment everything goes wrong. Just when it seemed the situation might calm down, another shocking revelation dropped. And this one was even worse. Because the truth behind the product's development wasn't simple. It involved secrets, hidden deals, and decisions made behind closed doors. Suddenly, people realized that the entire launch may have been built on a misunderstanding. Or worse, a betrayal. Gasps spread across the room. Guests began arguing with each other. Security moved closer to the stage. And Katie realized something terrifying. Her big night was falling apart. Bill's reaction. Meanwhile, Bill watched everything with intense interest. As always, he seemed to thrive on chaos. And when the arguments reached their peak, he stepped forward with his own perspective. Bill's words only made the situation more explosive, because his comments hinted that there were even more secrets hidden behind the scenes. Secrets that could damage the reputation of several powerful people in the room, including Katie. Alliances begin to break. At this point, the event was completely out of control. Friends were turning against each other. Business partners were questioning their loyalty. And the Forrester brand itself was being dragged into the drama. Rich tried to restore order. Brooke desperately tried to protect Katie. But the damage had already been done. Because once the media present at the event started recording the chaos, the scandal was guaranteed to spread. What happens next? By the end of the night, one thing was clear. Katie's product launch would be remembered for all the wrong reasons. Instead of celebrating innovation, people would remember the arguments, the accusations, and the moment the entire event collapsed into chaos. But the biggest question remains. Was this confrontation just the beginning? Or will the fallout from this explosive night change relationships forever on the bold and the beautiful? Because in this world, one dramatic moment can destroy alliances, end careers, and ignite wars that last for years. Final YouTube outro. So what do you think? Was Katie truly wronged? Or are there secrets she hasn't revealed yet? And who do you think is really responsible for the chaos at the launch? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you love dramatic updates from the bold and the beautiful, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because trust me, the drama is only just beginning.